So I was telling that this is the messenger RNA. You started from 5' right? And here was triphosphate and no 7-methyl guanosine what cap here in bacteria. And then when messenger RNA you are going downstream, you will come across Shine-Dalgarno sequence in messenger RNA, prokaryotic messenger RNA, and anti-Shine-Dalgarno sequence in ribosome 16S ribosomal RNA. And they will interact with each other, and that will stabilize messenger RNA on the structure of what is this 30S subunit. In such a way, this is very important to understand, this will be bound and stabilized and aligned in such a way that start codon will find itself at P site. Start codon will find itself at P site. This is start codon. So we can say that the purpose of Shine-Dalgarno sequence and anti-Shine-Dalgarno sequence interaction is that messenger RNA will bind or hook with 30S subunit and orient itself in such a way that its start codon should be AUG. Start codon should be positioned at P site of tRNA binding site, not A site, not E site. Here we need to remember one more function, that initiation factor 3, not only it was preventing the 50S subunit to bind here, it also helped in interaction of SD anti-SD system and help in positioning of AUG or start codon at P site, right? After that, whatever codons, the next codon will be positioned at A site, and so on. Then there will be more codons there, right? Depending upon the RNA to RNA. I will not go into detail of that. Right now, we are making initiation complex. Now, to start the process of initiation, number 1, 30S subunit should be there. Number 2, there should be initiating factor which prevents the premature binding of 50S subunit. Number 3, there should be messenger RNA having the Shine-Dalgarno, anti-Shine-Dalgarno interaction properly, so that start codon should be positioned at P site, parking site, right? After that, what will happen? The next step is that initiator transfer RNA should come, because from here the translation process should initiate. To initiate, first what will happen, that at start codon or initiating codon there should come initiator transfer RNA. And here is, let's suppose, initiator transfer RNA. And if this transfer RNA is initiator, then only then it should have anticodon which is complementary and anti-parallel to start codon. If it is A, then what should be here? A bind normally in thiamine, but in RNA it is uracil. And what should be this uracil with? Adenine, and guanine with cytosine. So it means, yes, you have a question? No question, okay. So what I'm saying, that we have messenger RNA has arrived, it has been captured by 30S ribosome. Initiating factors are preventing the premature binding of the 50S subunit. Start codon is properly positioned at P site. Now, we should receive transfer RNA here so that process of peptide chain formation should start. Amino acid should be brought here. Who will bring the amino acid? Of course, who transfer RNA. I'm not going to bring the amino acid there, not you. Transfer RNA has to bring. Now that transfer RNA, we should be able to bind here in an anti-parallel and complementary fashion, that should have which sequence? UAC, right? And this transfer RNA is carrying a special type of amino acid, and this amino acid is called methionine. Methionine. UAC is charged with methionine. Right? Now there is a problem that AUG, this is as a start codon, but there may be some AUG present in coding region. Yes. So that is also coding for methionine. This is also coding for methionine, but difference is that is start codon and that is coding codon. That is, we call it in-frame codon. It is in-frame codon, but this is the first codon. Now, how the difference is there, that this methionine carrying transfer RNA has a special ear here. From this ear, this can be caught and brought to the starter codon. This ear is formyl. So what we do, that first amino acyl synthetase, which is specific for methionine, and this transfer RNA will bind methionine with this. And then one more enzyme will come which will lead to formylation of methionine. So we say that this transfer RNA is carrying methionine which is formylated, right? Formylated methionine, right? And only this transfer RNA which is having methionine which is formylated can bind with the start codon. But there are so many transfer RNA. So who will pick this out of cytoplasm and bring at this point? Someone has to go there, and that molecule should have some power. And that molecule is, which I said I will mention later, that is initiation factor 2. Here is initiation factor number 2. So actually, and this initiation factor number 2 is powered. It has energy. It is energized with GTP. Energy-rich molecule is binding with initiation factor number 2, not with 1 and 3. And this energized molecule does not bind directly with the 30th subunit. Rather, this soluble protein moves around in the cytoplasm, and look where there is what? Formylated methionine. And actually, it does not hold it here. To be very specific, I should correct it. It holds from this point, formyl point. So if methionine is not formylated, then initiation factor 2 will not bind here. And if there's only methionine but no formyl group attached, then initiation factor number 2 will not bind here. So such transfer RNA with only methionine will not be brought here. So what is the function of this initiation factor 2? Initiation factor 2. That it will search, look, where is formylated methionine transfer RNA, which is also called initiator transfer RNA, because that will initiate the process of peptide chain formation. So what is this? Initiation factor number 2, it will drag this and bring it here, and now this transfer RNA, right? What is it carrying at the top? Yes? N-formyl methionine. And here was what? What was here? Initiate factor number 2 with its GTP. So this initiator factor number 2 does not bind directly with 30S. Rather, it binds directly with initiator, formyl, methionine, transfer RNA. And its purpose is to bring that over here. Now, look at the beauty of the molecular system. These domains, look at it. These domains of, what are these? IF1, and these domains of IF3 are doing one more function. They are occupying A site and also occupying E site, so that initiator factor number 2 does not wrongly bring initiator transfer RNA to A site or to E site. And then if wrong transfer RNA is brought here, then it will not match, codon anticodon will not match, and these two will kick that out. It means that initiator factor number 3 and 1 also help in proofreading between the codon of messenger RNA and anticodon of the recently arrived or recently brought, what is this? Transfer RNA. Now, whole this complex which is formed up to now, it consists of 30th subunit, it has messenger RNA, it has initiator factors, and it has formyl methionine initiator transfer RNA bound with AUG, which is oriented at P site. Whole this complex is called pre-initiation complex. Pre-initiation complex. It is not complete initiation complex.